Brooklyn Businessman Podcast. We back. My partner in crime, Willie Sweets, is here. Our guest, Zoe from the Conversations with Zoe podcast.
Yes, sir.
First, I want to say congratulations. His wife could give birth any second now. In the middle of this podcast, he could get called out.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
Yeah.
But congratulations, you're about to have your second child,
My
right?
second son, yeah. You
Yeah.
know,
Nice.
he will be here any day now. He's supposed to be due on Wednesday, the 3rd. But
Oh, wow.
she's only at 39 weeks, so
Nothing.
that's like an estimate, you know. So
Right.
she's still feeling good, you know, and you know, getting information. Shout out to Randa, my sis Randa. She's a doula. That's like a midwife.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And all that. So the information she's giving us, like, yo, you really don't want to go in there and get induced because you could be in labor for 3 days. And it's going to be way more painful because they're
Right.
going to start giving you stuff to kind of, you know, expedite the process.
Right.
So you want to try to go as natural as possible. So we went to the park today. She was doing her stretches. She was doing a little jogging. So it's like we're just trying to keep her moving. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
The doctors get paid for C-sections, you know, as opposed to pushing. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
like a $5,000 difference.
So that's how to be milking insurance.
Yeah,
and all that.
that's their incentive.
That
Yo,
and
C-section.
the epidural too is a lot of money, right? To get that
all
epidural.
that. Everything they put inside you pause is more money. You feel me? Every little thing. And remember, every day. You feel me? So that's 3 days of labor and then recovery. So we could be there, what?
5 days,
6
yeah.
days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that
You want
only
in and
works
out.
to
You
their favor.
want in
Yeah,
and
so
You want the short stay. How
yeah,
much
so
for that?
people that don't have the information, you know,
Right.
you're gonna go. You trust doctors. That's what we taught. You know, you're supposed to trust the cops, the firefighters, the doctors. You know, because these are the people that's supposed to serve.
Right.
But they only serving what's in their best interest, and that's money.
That's good information. I didn't know that.
Man, if you follow the money, you get a lot of the answers you're looking for.
Well, you didn't follow the money this way, right? Because you landed in the basement in the middle of Brooklyn somewhere.
I'm with my guys, man. I'm with my
That's what's
guys.
up.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because the second thing I want to address, right?
Okay.
You know what I mean? You want to start the new year right. And, you know, so when you start the new year, it's about cleansing and forgiving. And, you know, I'm willing to accept Zoe's apology today because,
It's about Dominicans.
no.
Okay. All right, cool.
But what I want to say is that about a year ago, when we first started the podcast,
Right.
when we just made a year, right, just about. One of the first people that I reached out to was Zoe in the DM. I was like, yo, we should collab. And his response was, what we gonna talk about? And I read in between the lines, like, who you? You know what I mean? Like, we had we had like probably like 2 episodes in. And I was like, oh, I get it. He hurt my feelings,
Right.
but I understood. And I said, I
Gotcha.
just gotta get low and do what I gotta do.
Okay.
Fast forward, you know, if you want to say sorry, feelings a year ago, I'm willing to just accept that. You know what I mean?
What was your? All right, I asked you what we were gonna talk about, right?
Yeah.
And what was your response to that?
Oh, I said something like, "We'll figure it out."
Oh yeah, nah. You
I said
see
something.
that-
So you sound like
yeah,
the head that
exactly.
was just a
Yeah. I saw that, like, but that's why I said I understand now.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Nah, I mean, my time. I got a lot of things going on. You feel me?
Yeah.
Time is precious. You know what I mean? I'm a guy that's always in motion. You know, I got a nonprofit as well, so.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
We've
So
been-
move too
yeah,
fast.
nah,
let
we've
the host ask those questions.
Yeah, we've been moving. So at that point, I had no problem, you know, doing a show. Like, I
Right.
just want to know, like, if I'm gonna leave my crib, I got a son. You feel me? So
Right.
if I'm gonna go do that, I just want to know what I'm doing, what I'm getting myself into.
Right. Don't waste my time.
Yeah, I've been there too. You know what I mean? I felt that maybe I was at a point where it was like certain things could happen, and I wasn't there yet. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that, you know, not to big bro nobody, nothing like that,
Yeah.
but you should have had a layout for me. Pause. Like, you should have told me, like, yo, this is, you know, look through the podcast. All right, this is what he got going on.
Can we touch on this?
Yeah, the community, the kids, the nonprofit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you tell me.
Yeah. Nah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But
He's still hurt by it. Is what
I'm
he's trying to say.
hurt.
So
I'm
he's
hurt,
He's
and-
still hurt by it.
you know, you could have responded a little differently. Is what I'm saying.
You could have just said sorry, so it ended the argument like a woman.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, when you catch fire, and you on the gram and you running, you moving, DMs is coming in all day long. So for me, it's like, let's just get to the point. It's either we're gonna make it happen or we not.
Right.
It either makes sense or it doesn't. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
everybody has a story. Like, even some artists, like, no offense, but I've interviewed artists bigger than you. You feel me? So get some motion. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you don't even got a SoundCloud catalog.
But it doesn't even have to be about the numbers sometimes too. It's
Nah,
like if the story's interesting,
The
the
story, the music, like yo, you
Yeah.
got 4 songs.
Right.
Right.
Like, show me, like, and then you're not active on social media because you want to be a ghost.
Right.
So it's like, what are you showing me
Right.
that shows me that this makes sense?
Right.
You know what I mean? You got 4 songs, you got no SoundCloud history, you got 7 posts, so you're not even promoting yourself like that. And you got your Cash App in your bio. So I don't know if I can trust you like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's
You might be a
crazy over
scammer.
here.
You might be a
Yeah,
scammer.
like,
He
come on,
said,
bro.
you got your Cash
And
App
then
in
on
your
the
bio.
stories, it's BOA, TD. You know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't be around this guy. You know what I mean? You got too much going on.
Yo, send me 1,500. I'll show you how to.
Yeah.
My boy Chino's like that.
Little
He one
starter
of them
pack.
Cash App dudes.
So
I
what's-
still haven't heard an apology, but I'll just pretend like.
Nah, I think for me, it's, I'm
So
proud
you're
of you guys.
So you're not gonna say.
I'm proud of you.
That's
it.
your apology.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I'm proud
That's
of
it.
You used to be a pimp before, cause you sound like some.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, man.
You sound like I should be
That's
saying
it.
yes, daddy, right now.
I mean, listen, we all have we all
In due
feel-
time, man. In due time.
It's all in due time. You know,
Right.
sometimes you got to see how serious people are as well. Like we was talking about our group chat, you know, and this podcast thing is not for the weak, bro. Like people start to catch on to you guys, Brooklyn Basin Podcast, and like, okay, they drop every Wednesday this time, and people start to look for it. Right. Little do you know, people start to catch on. So it's like you got to keep on feeding the people. So people think, oh, I could just drop whenever I want. Same thing with the
Yeah.
music. It's this all content
Right.
creation thing that people are consuming your content. You got to keep it going. You feel
Gotta
me?
keep feeding them, yeah.
Even if it's every 2 weeks, it got to be every 2 weeks. I mean, it can't be whenever I feel like it. So for me, you know, I'm proud of you guys. You guys are here. You guys are,
appreciate
in
it.
motion, and I thank you guys for having me.
Let's start from the beginning. How did you even get into the podcasting?
All right, so April's 26th is my podcast anniversary. So my podiversary.
Right.
And I'm gonna make 6 years this upcoming April. So I
Congratulations.
started in 2018. So
Yeah.
originally I had a YouTube channel, and that was for baseball content. So I
dope.
played professional baseball,
Oh, really?
and I ended up playing in Europe. But that was how I would, put my content all up there, my hitting, my fielding, and all that stuff. So it was easy to upload and then send links to coaches overseas. And that's how I ended up playing in Austria. So when I was in Austria, I always wanted to just make positive content and put something out there about the South Bronx, but from the perspective of the sidewalks.
Right.
Feel me? So it's 3 places you could be. You could be on the porch, you could be on the sidewalks, or you could be in the streets. The sidewalks is right in between the two. Feel me? Because you can go left and be safe, or you go right, you with the wolves and everybody. But the sidewalks was where I was at because I was in the South Bronx. So feel me? So we was outside. You feel me? So I just wanted to show y'all in the world like the perspective of somebody from the trenches, but that is educated, play sports, stood out the way, and stood in their own lane.
Right.
So when I walked in here, you guys were talking about, how everything is a fair game now in the streets, right? And in our era, it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? Like, I hate to say his name, but the rapper with the rainbow hair, that wouldn't have happened 15 years ago.
Right.
We would not
People
got
would have
that
been like,
far.
yo, you know what? You're not even, stay over there. You feel me? They wouldn't even let you come around. You feel me? Like, bro, stay over there. But, with the internet and clout and everything going on, like, everything's a fair game. So I started this in 2018, put some positive content out there, show love to the youth and show them what a good OG looks like.
Dope.
I feel like a lot of the information that's being fed nowadays is bullshit.
Right.
Feel me? Like, dudes run blocks, but don't take care of their kids. That's not it.
Yeah.
Feel me? So we can't condone and jack shit like that because it's not it. So fast forward, we still doing it to this day.
You started a non-for-profit.
Yeah, so 3 years ago, no, almost 4 years ago now, Slice of Excellence. We trade report cards for pizza.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was a second grade teacher at a school in the Bronx, and this was my way of making a positive incentive to the kids for their report cards, for their attendance. And I became a teacher during the pandemic. This is COVID. I never met these kids.
Right.
And we was on Zoom every day. We all going through it. Teachers, parents, everybody.
Right.
So in the midst of all of this, I was like, yo, what could I do to give these kids something? Because you see these kids eating ramen every day. I don't want to make it look like charity to them, right?
Right.
I wanted to be that you earned it, and I also gave you what I know would benefit you and make you feel good and lift your spirits during a time where the world is in shambles.
Right.
So Slice of Excellence started sending kids pizza every week. for perfect attendance, for their grades, their reading levels, and then through social media, everything kind of just blew up. You know, so now we've collaborated, you know, with Fat Joe and up NYC. Shout out to my partners at Snipes. We just did something with Cuts and Slices from Brooklyn at my school. And we just been serving the youth, man. That's what we've been doing.
We're not taught a lot of these things, setting up charities and stuff like that. So how did you learn how to do that?
Yeah, so why I do what I do is because I've had a lot of great people in my life. You know, so my parents did the best that they could. You know, immigrant parents from Honduras. I don't think they really acknowledge my struggles. Like, you struggled in Honduras, and I struggled in the Bronx. Feel me? So we both had struggles. And I'm not here to say that yours were more than mine or mine were. We still had shit we had to go through.
It's your struggle at the
It's
end of
my
the day.
struggle at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
I was born 92, right? So you think of New York, the climax of New York, mid-90s, early 2000s. That's the Crip, Blood era. Then, you know, when you're a teenager, Latin King started to take and then I'm from the South Bronx, so a lot of Puerto Ricans, a lot of Nietas is over there.
Right.
Then Patria came, then DDP came, you know what I mean? So that's the wave of all of that, you feel me? I can remember it like it was yesterday. So how does a kid make a choice to be like, that's not for me? And that's what I did. Like, it's the power of choice. I feel like no matter what circumstances you grow up in, you have a choice. You feel me? And that's Conversation with Zoe, that's Slice of Excellence. That's the story, the narrative that I push every day is you have a choice. You say you don't have opportunity. Do you go to school? That's your opportunity. You feel me? What are you doing when you in school? I mean, are you listening? Are you on time? Are you showing up every day? Are you receiving instruction? Because that's your chance. So I made the most of every opportunity that I had academically and in school, right? So that's part of my message from the sidewalks. Then with the going back to the nonprofit, I had mentors, my coaches. Like, a lot of people stepped up in my life. So for me, it's only right that I step up for others.
Right.
Like, it's just the way that I'm wired, bro. Like, Coach Bill, Coach Fitch, Coach Brissett, you know, these are three men that I still speak to this day. I met when I was 14 years old. I'm 31. They still call me. We still check in. We still have lunch maybe once or twice a year. Yeah. And these are, like, so through Coach Bill, he used to work for a nonprofit. Right. So now me doing my thing, he was like, yo, this is the move that you got to make. You got to get your 501c3 so you can get donations. You feel me? People going to start sending you money. You got to separate that to a different account. You got to get your IRS paperwork. You know what I mean? For you could get tax exempt. And that way, you know, so shout out to my millionaire cousin, Cousin Junior. You know, he took
cousin now.
Our cousin, yeah. He took me his account.
What's his name again?
Junior.
Yeah, shout out to our cousin Junior.
So that's my rich cousin.
Yeah.
You know,
our rich cousin.
He took me to his accountant.
Okay.
And his accountant walked me through the steps. I already had the name, and I had to write the mission statement and go through all the paperwork. And I paid the accountant, and we got all the paperwork done.
Nice.
You know? Once you did that, like, what was your angle for the non-for-profit?
Well, my angle is just to promote education. Right. Like, I feel like, for instance, you know, I work at a high school now, and the priorities, I mean, I seen it in our generation, and it still exists now, right? Where we may send our kids to school fly as fuck, like they fly, but then when it comes to college, we don't got it. The priorities is messed up. You know what I mean? The things that we value. So, Slice of Excellence, we don't hear the word excellence every day. You know what I mean? Like, how you spoken to and what people tell you is really going to push the narrative of who you become and what the things that you seek. My second grade teacher, Mrs. Cobb, told me I was brilliant. And I'm only 7 years old, but nobody ever told me I was brilliant.
She wasn't trying to molest you, right?
No, not at all. But another person who I still speak to this day. But that right there was something that she would give me extra work to do. Right? She, read this book by Friday, give me a book report. This is outside of school work. And I'm going home and doing it and bringing it back. So she showed me a different way. And once again, I want to be Mrs. Cobb. I want to be Coach Bill. I want to be all of these people that I had in my life for other people. Right. And especially the youth.
That's the brilliance. She pushed this brilliance is what she did.
Is that the same approach with your podcast? Because if so, I want to know how the porno stars that you interview, how is that part of the education for the youth?
This is a great question.
Yeah. So the porno stars and stuff like that, how does that connect?
So you remember, right? All right, let's be frank here, right? And I'm not calling them this word, but you don't got to talk to hoes like hoes. You feel me? Like, we know what you do. And I value people's time. I value people's presence. I value people's energy. So I'm not here to come here and disrespect you.
Right.
Especially because, say shout out to my sis Alexis Morgan, got almost 6 million followers. And she gave me her time for free. So I'm going to always respect that.
Oh, yeah.
You're not flying to New York, doing everything that you're doing just to come sit down with Zoe. And Zoe is going to create a horrible experience. So everything for me is about my guests having a great experience. You've seen there's been a couple of them. Word travels. He's valid. He's respectful. He's on time. And he's going to ask you great questions. Right? So with them, there's a misconception that we don't know. And their business serves a greater purpose. So in the streets, we praise hustlers. Feel me? And now the hustlers is online doing different things. They hustlers too. Now, however they get it, one thing I do know is that, look at Alexis Fox. She has a beer. She has a coffee. She got other businesses. 5 to 7 streams of income. So the main thing is the main thing, right? But when you sit down with her and you talk to her and you actually prick her brain, we don't even got to touch on that. The whole world knows that.
You forget that she's even...
Right. I don't care about it.
Right,
because
right.
at the end of the day, on my show, we here to really see who you are. How was high school? How was your childhood? What led to this?
Right.
And most of them had a great relationship with their father. That's clearing up a misconception.
That is usually
you must have been in a shelter,
or
abandoned. You know what I mean? You were taken advantage of, the R word, all of those things. And that's not always true. This was a choice. Once again, it was a choice. This is how I started getting money. And from getting money here, I was able to do all these other things. So we praise hustlers and we look down on the girls on OnlyFans. For what? Everybody's hustling. How you get your bread is how you get your bread. And if you're going to give me a second of your time and actually reach out to me, I'm going to take the opportunity.
And respect the time.
And respect the time.
In a sense, it may become relatable to someone from the hood. Like,
For me, it's to humanize it. Like, I'm not here to... Listen, we cool with people that sold crack before.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we still cool with them. They still eat at our mother's house. They still,
Right.
So the internet, it kind of wants us all to think one way. And once you step outside of that, you got to stand on what you believe. And we all come from the era before this. So we already kind of have an idea of who we are, what we stand on, what our morals and our principles are.
Right.
Right? There's certain things we're just not going to accept, internet or not. So now with this internet and everybody has an opinion and everybody's a reporter because you get to comment, but that most of that shit's not real. You know what I mean? So for me, I respect them and what they do, and I know that there's another side of things that we're not looking at. You feel me? Like, I'm not the dude from Cali.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's his platform.
Yeah.
That's his angle.
Yeah.
Feel me? This is my platform. This is my angle. Right? So he's talking about this. I'm talking about the complete opposite. Because I'm not encouraging women to do that, but I'm saying, hey, if you do go into that, there's ways to go about it. You know what I mean? And or maybe this shows you that this is not for you. You know what I mean? Maybe this conviction, maybe there was that little bit of confirmation. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna finish this law degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay in my lane. Because the biggest thing about conversation with Zoe is staying in your lane. Like, I'm a living testimony from Brook Ave in the South Bronx of staying in your lane. Because playing in the streets is dangerous. You may not make it out.
Who's been one of your guests that surprised you? Like, oh, you're a scientist outside of being a bartender? I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Who shocked you, right?
Who shocked you?
I don't think nobody really shocked me. Because I kind of, if I reach out to you or if an interview happens, I kind of have a gist of where it's going. And I don't know everything that's going to come out in the interview, but I would say one of my proudest interviews that's kind of a sleeper is my King Tone interview.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
King Tone.
And and that was like early in my run. That's like interview like 113. Yeah, we at 177 right now. Feel me?
That's what's up.
It happened like early,
177.
like a lot.
Well, hold on. Shots to 177.
Right.
People don't. We had like 24, I think. We don't really realize. Yo, 177 seems like.
Yo,
That shit is.
It
sounds
that's
impossible.
an accomplishment, bro. Congratulations again.
Thank
on
you,
that.
thank
6
you. I
years.
mean, it's about keeping it going. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Right. Consistency.
I dropped the interview every week in 2023.
Yeah, that's
Feel
right.
me?
That's
So
gonna be our goal.
I
this year.
didn't, 52 weeks in a year, and I dropped 56.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So, we had a great run. You feel
We
me?
started at that. I mean, our goal was to have like 56 or whatever it was, 52.
52 in a year. Just
I
keep
know.
up the
See,
year.
I started. My math got crazy, but it wound up being like 25 because it's a struggle. Like, you know what I mean? But go ahead. I'm sorry about
It's
the
not
kids.
easy, but that was a guy who's been on Black TV, right? HBO.
HBO documentary. Yeah.
And then, I'm still. This is before I had even 10,000 followers. You know what I mean? I had just had like maybe barely 1,000 subscribers, but he was able to see like the future. He was able to see like this kid is talking about something,
Right.
and he's a kid that wasn't in the street, so he's not. We're not trading war story. You know what I mean? We're gonna really dive into like where King Tone is now is where I've always been. You feel me? So even when you get guys like Albie Alves, or shout out to my boy from Marion, Jersey, we're crossing paths and we're on the same frequency now. Even though at 18 we would have been totally polar opposites. But later on in life, as fathers, as providers, as men trying to figure it out, we have more in common than we would have years ago. So on Conversation with Zoe, we're just trying to show the journey of life. Many of our youth are crashing out young, so they're not even going to see prom. They in Rikers before they went to prom. Right. You know what I mean? So I just want to show with each and every guest the longevity of life. There's gonna be adversity. There's gonna be things that we go through, and I can't hide the truth from you because shit is gonna be fucked up. You know what I mean? Did I think at 22 I was gonna lose my pops? Never in my life, but I did. But there was life before and there was life after, and the decisions that I made leading up to that day, it wasn't as bad because I already knew how to stand on my own 2 feet. You feel me? Because God gonna give you the signs. So I think every guest that I've had is special. We got some hidden gems with the 19 Keys interview. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guy Ian Dunlap, the master investor. People that have been on much bigger platforms that are really like, like Zoe is dope, and I'm friends with these people now. Like, that relationship is something that I want to continue to build and carry on.
Right.
You know what I mean? So every guest has done something special on the show.
Does it feel like more than the monetary reward, those are the rewards that you're like, wow, it's starting to pay back in the sense of like people are starting to respect the work?
We all come from negative environments. So that right there is positivity is gonna take time.
Right.
So like we could talk about Fuckboy Zoe for a little bit, right? Everybody loved Fuckboy Zoe. You feel me? He was outside, he got bitches popping bottles, doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
The minute he kind of catches himself, starts to learn himself, and now he want to travel and not be outside every weekend.
Right.
So I'm thinking like if I stay inside 3 months, I'm spending on average, $500 to $1,000 a month in the club. But DR is $1,200 all inclusive for a week. So I'm gonna keep my head down, pop out here and there, but I'm not gonna be my energy and my focus is not on the club in Dykeman and Uptown and wherever every weekend.
Right.
My focus was on really keeping my head down, stacking my bread, put my money in the market, and going away. When it's time to re-up every 3-4 months.
Right.
So people didn't support this guy that you see in front of you right away. It took a Jim Jones interview or P viral $1 million, million views clip or JoJo. It took people coming on for people that I've known my whole life to be like, yeah, that's Zoe. Yeah, I'm fucking with her. You feel me? But I've been the same person. But the fuckery, the negativity, the low vibrations, the running through girls and doing all of that, like that's what we praise in the hood.
Right.
You're the man if you're doing that.
Right.
But you're not the man if you're doing taking care of your kids. You're a square if you're going home to take care of wifey and all that. You feel me?
Right.
Once again, what message are we sending to the youth? What message are we sending to the young OGs coming up? Feel me?
Right.
Yeah, you gotta cheat on your baby moms. Yeah, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And it's like, bro, like who said that? Like who wrote these rules?
It was
like,
normalized.
It was normalized to the point when once you remove yourself from all of that, you be like, nah, all that shit was bullshit. That's why niggas still chill with rats. Feel me? Not diving into the street thing because I'm the king of the sidewalks. But I'm saying like we don't listen, it's black and white. This gray area thing, we don't do that. And there's certain things you don't do. Feel me? So if that's what you're gonna sign up for, you accept everything that comes with it. That's non-negotiable. So you gotta understand that I live by the laws that the NYPD and the government, that's what they said. When you're in the streets, those are a different set of laws, a different set of rules. So once you start getting money, busting it, whatever, you know what I mean, doing your thing, you gotta accept what comes with it. And that's it. Non-negotiable. Feel me? So that's why I'd rather you be on the sidewalks with me. Feel me? Because I mean, I know some really talented street dudes because it was for them, and that's them. That's really who they are. You know who I'm talking about. But I know some dudes that was like, damn, bro, you're not gonna hold it down and things go left.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? I could tell. You know what I mean?
Those are the rats you talk about.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Your baby mom put hands on you. You know what I mean? Now you expect to go to C Block, whatever, in Rikers and hold it down. Like, it's not true. Right. And we can't all be Bloods. Right. You know what I mean? But we could all be college graduates. You know what I mean? Or say sanitation workers but whatever fits you, whatever really fits you. Whatever really fits you, because you see guys coming home struggling for the next opportunity, and the same dudes, like, test people. Ask dudes in the streets what JPay is.
That's a jail shit.
That's how you can write your, send emails and send your man some bread. All my friends that are locked up that I know, I auto pay it. Because I don't want you to struggle in there. Right. As far as I could send you a little 20 every week, and I auto pay it. Feel me? So that way, you know, from Zoe, the sidewalk guy got you, bro. Yeah, I figured it out. But all them dudes, I don't really, I always got cash. You know what I mean? Come on, if that's your man's, what are we talking about? Right. You know what I mean? That's the bullshit I'm talking about. If that's your man's, right? You ate his mother food before. What are we talking about?
Right. That's the bro. That's
the bro, right? You slept in his house before. Y'all used to share clothes. Split 4 chicken wings and French fries, right? And now you can't hold them with 20 a week. But we gonna go buy that Henny together and sip on the block and talk shit and talking about free to bro. Bro, that's bullshit to me, bro. Right. And it's not right. I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus. I'm gonna tell the story vaguely. One of my sis from the block passed away.
Rest in peace.
There was a runaround. Everybody was outside celebrating, though. But it was like, I don't want to celebrate. I want to take our kids back to school shop. Feel me? Like, that's gonna be more important for them to, you know what I mean, be free on the first day, have a couple fits, you know what I mean, for the school year. Right. Now, some were involved, some weren't. It is what it is. But, you know, through the grace of God, I know I got a lot of contacts with my nonprofit. So I was able to reach out to 3 people, got $1,000, right? The plug got 40% off at Snipes. My son is a manager at Snipes. We ran it up in Snipes, you know what I mean? Nice. 4 or 5 pairs,
that
niggas
1,000
each.
turned into like 3 bands.
Yeah, but that made more sense,
right,
to me.
Yeah,
to honor her, feel me, and take care of her 3 kids. She lived 3 kids, bro, 18, 14, and 12, bro.
Wow.
You know what I mean? A boy and 2 girls, bro. So what is us getting sauce and smoking za and drinking Henny on a block gonna do for her kids, bro? Nothing. All that money, 3 gallons tonight, and you know what I mean? It didn't do nothing. So fuck it. I'm not going to that shit. I'm gonna go see her at the cemetery, show my love and respect. I'm gonna put this money together. I'm gonna call her kids, and we're gonna go to Snipes, and y'all gonna be good on the first day of school. I'm gonna do that every year.
And that's a big homie.
And that's a big homie.
Without being the big homie.
Without being the big homie, bro. It's all clown shit, bro, because it's not real. Yeah. Feel me? Because what about, are you gonna hold it down when it really counts? Feel me? When it really matters? You know, my man's like, yo, bro, good looks on that bread, da-da-da. You know, even talking about that, it's like, I just had JPay for my other mans, and he came home, and then my other mans went in. It's recidivism, you know what I'm saying? It's the cycle, bro. 1 in, 1 out, 1 in, 1 out, 1 in, 1 out, bro. And it's like, from the looks of the dude from the sidewalks, I don't have it all together, but I just made certain choices that have benefited my life in a positive way. And I understand the streets. My older brothers was in the streets. Right. So I had a first row seat in the class to that. But, you know, there's more to life than all of that, especially if you know internally that that's not really for you.
Subscribe right fucking now to Brooklyn fucking Basement. Spider Cuz said it, and if you don't, you're gonna be in the fucking basement, nigga.
Not this basement, though.
Not this basement.
Not this basement. Not this one.
As a teacher in school, do you find yourself having to have these type of conversations with a lot of your students?
I love my kids, man. Full circle moment again, bro. Like, everything I did in life, is making sense. 7 months ago, I was a project manager in construction. Shout out to Latier Construction. Those are my people that have my heart. They're on 110th and First Avenue in Harlem. They let me do Slice of Excellence in their buildings. So I used to go to Highbridge once a month, and the kids used to come with their perfect attendance certificates and report cards and anything they had going on, pull up on me, and we used to do pizza parties in the building. And that was their ideas. I'm an employee there. I'm a project manager at one of their sites, and they like, yo, listen, we want to support your organization, but we also want you to come and do that at our buildings. So now I'm leaving work once a month to do the pizza parties in the buildings. So then that feeling like game 5, you know what I mean? That's how I felt every time I left the kids.
Right.
So I told myself, like, I really need to feel it more and more every day. And through the connections of Slice of Excellence, I really started to look at job with some sucker shit that was going on at the job site. White man's the devil. You know how that goes. Yeah. So shout out to my guy Duncan too. He told me that he did me a favor because God needed me to move, but I probably wasn't gonna move. So he had to kind of ruffle the feathers a little bit. You know what I mean? To get me to like, you know what? I'm a pivot. You know what I mean? So work started to be uncomfortable. It was an awkward environment going on with all of them over there, and I kind of got to the point where Slice of Excellence. I know principals, I know teachers, I know all the people where I want to be. So I just reached out to those people, and they were like, yeah, like, it's a good fit. Like, you already helping out our school with these pizza parties. Like, it would be a blessing to have you actually work here. So I love being around the kids every day. I'm always excited to go to work. Once I get in the building, just be around them, guiding them, seeing all these different personalities and what they're going through, and seeing how my experiences, which are some of my traumas, but they starting to make sense. Like, damn, I went through that to help him go through that.
Right.
Feel me? Like, to see him like, yo, you're going to be all right, bro. You know what I mean? It may not look like it. It may seem like this shit is the hardest thing in the world, pause, but you're going to be all right. And I could tell you how you're going to be all right, and I could give you the skills, you know what I mean, and the tools to, like, maneuver through these troubled waters that you're going through.
That little bit of a conversation could be the difference between staying on the sidewalks and going in the street.
Come on, conversation with Zoe every day, man. Like, those conversations are needed, man. Like, our parents were out there getting it, bro.
Yeah.
And your responsibility was to go to school.
Right.
I mean, that's your job. Go to school, do what you got to do. I'm keeping clothes on your back, food in the fridge, and you know what I mean? So it was a lot of pressure on us to be more autonomous and take care of what we had to take care of. And I this whole podcast thing really has me figuring it out. Like, damn, like, I was very fortunate to really understand my parents' grind early. And I look back at all these things, even doing my homework. My parents never checked my homework, ever.
Right.
But it was the fear of saying I did it and I didn't. And then one day I go to the fucking teacher and he's like, and my mom's like, my man, like, I never even wanted to be in that situation. So it was like, I'm going to just handle what I got to handle on my side. And then when my mom's got cancer in 2005, and I'm supposed to go to Ohalo's, a Catholic high school. I was already in Catholic school. Now I'm going to a Catholic high school. So I went to Catholic elementary school. And I remember I'm telling my pops, and one thing again, shout out to Rob, Living Room podcast, where I first reminded myself of this story. Because, you know, as men of color, we internalize so many things.
Yep.
And it isn't until we have a conversation and we start to
you
talk
gotta
through
keep
things.
that rough exterior.
Yeah, we got to keep it moving. I'm going to touch on that in a few posts. When it comes to my dad, I'm like, yo, bro, like, I get it if I can't go. I look for a public school. A couple of my homies go to Lehman. You know, a couple of my homies go over here.
And you was playing ball at this time already,
Yeah, I was
right?
playing
Obviously.
ball. I was going to play baseball at Ohalo's. So, you know, I just started, you know, shout out to Coach Fitch. He was the one that really taught me how to play the game of baseball. So by the time I was going into high school, I was really a force to reckon with. I was bugging out. You know what I mean? I hit 600. They didn't even have an award for me, but they had to give me Offensive Player of the Year. Like, because I wasn't going to get MVP because the dude that got MVP, he was a shortstop and a pitcher, and he hit a good average. But for me, it was like, bro hit 600. Like, we got to give bro something, you know. in the midst of all of that, he was like, "Oh, bro, like you just gotta like nothing changes. You still
Right.
going, but handle your business." So at 13, 14, it's like, yo, like I know that there's a man busting his ass for me to be here every day, and there's no room for me to fuck around. So I went in there and I handled business. I was on second honors, 88. I could have pushed more, but you know I was doing fine. I was 88 average, second honors, getting second honor roll every semester. I made varsity my sophomore year,
Right.
and then I ended up going to boarding school. So I left Ohio to go to boarding school in Connecticut, which was free, and that was a $50,000 school that I went to for free. And Bill Belichick's son lives next door to me, so that's the kind of environment I was in now with the haves of the haves. You know what I mean? Like dudes paying $50,000 a year to go to high school.
Why did you wind up going overseas?
College, everything went downhill for me athletically. I won a championship in 2011 in high school. I went to college, and that's when I met the devil himself. Like my college coach, both them motherfuckers is the devil, bro. And college, if you really look at like even dudes playing in the NBA or
Shouts
dudes,
to Will. Will used to play ball too.
right?
You see him up
yeah,
there, right?
I see him up there with the Fresh White Knights. Yeah,
yeah.
What school is that?
That's his Al Bundy moment right there.
Al Bundy moment. That's me against Stephon Marbury. Al
That's
Bundy.
fire.
Yeah, that's Al Bundy moment.
Yeah. I keep saying that I'm gonna show that on one of the episodes, but I haven't yet. I gotta find the right moment, but
Right.
you know,
We could put that as my thumbnail.
Yeah,
I knew I was here.
we gonna Photoshop you in there with a baseball bat.
yeah. You know what I mean?
With a baseball
maybe
bat.
a ref.
Oh, yeah.
So the Devils.
The two
Yeah,
devils.
the
Devils.
Devils, bro. Like I had never seen something like this in my life. And I coach baseball. You know, I still coach to this day. I've been coaching over 10 years, and I really take it serious with the young men and women. Shout out to JoJo. She was my center fielder this year. That I want to see you guys be good people, right? I want to pass you in the street, bump into you someday, and you're doing good for yourself. These men were just caught up in winning and things that they weren't even doing. Like, we're not even a winning program. But you guys are in cultivating and sculpting the lives of these young men, these 40 young men that you have in front of you that are going to be fathers, that are going to be husbands, that are going to be, we all not going to the league. Feel me?
Right.
Division II Wood School in Connecticut. We all not going to the league. That's a fact. But how did the guy with 0 college hits, no stats, play pro when the guy that you love didn't?
Right.
This guy that you gave all this opportunity did. He ain't do shit. And he's a bum today. In real life. You know what I mean? I got teammates that are junkies. And this is me I'm not bashing them, but I'm just saying that they gave 4 years and didn't help these men become men.
Right.
You know what I mean? But look what God did. God took baseball away from me. Because who died my senior year at college? My pops. So what if Lorenzo had been so fucking focused on baseball and wasn't paying attention to life and doing good in school and working and selling nutcrackers on campus and finding a way to be self-sustainable to not knowing that he would lose his father before he even graduated.
Wow.
But God makes no mistakes, bro. He makes no mistakes, bro. Because I'm here, I'm healthy, I'm well, you know what I'm saying? Embarking on great things in my life, but God needed to remove that from me because 19-year-old Zoe was only thinking about the league. Like, I wasn't paying attention to shit. I remember, shout out to Lawrence and Omar, my bros. They took me to Barnes & Noble. I went to Starbucks and sat and on my phone. I ain't give a, like, why the fuck are we here? But they were trying to get into financial literacy. Right? This is 2013. Wow. They're trying to read Stocks for Dummies and all of these things. I'm like, yo, bro, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Things that I ended up reading later on. But at the time, I'm like, I'm going to go to the league, nigga. Like, what are you talking about? Why am I here? You feel me? But they were trying to put me on to paying attention to my mind, my academics, really putting my best foot forward and really making the most of an expensive opportunity. Even though I had a partial scholarship, I didn't fully pay for college. I still left with some debt. And I had to, if I'm going to be here and I got to pay this bread back, I might as well put my best foot forward when I'm here.
Yep.
Feel me? So all of that, you know, in a nutshell, is really like why I'm able to move the way I move. And I appreciate every opportunity. And I know, like, you can come from zero. Like, Sites of Excellence was built from zero. Conversation with Zoe was built from zero. But I know you could build anything from anything, especially when you're the underdog. Like,
So you would say that baseball saved your life?
yeah, baseball saved my life, bro. Like, yo, son, shout out to the bros. Shout out to Rob, Jay Walker. Shout out to Jarris. Jarris, Jay Walker, same person. Rob, Giordano, Aaron. All my guys, like, we were the afterthoughts. Like, I swear my nickname should have been "Oh Word" in the hood. Like, because something would happen, "Oh Word," I wasn't there though. You feel me? I had practice. We was playing baseball in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh, we was playing in parade grounds.
Parade grounds right here.
From the South Bronx.
Right.
So this where the competition was at. In my era. You feel me? All the nice dudes from the Bronx and all the nice dudes I got out here, Queens, Staten Island, Long Island. The league over here is crazy because we play Queens, Long Island. We play Manhattan, Queens, Long Island, Staten Island. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the competition was great, bro.
Right.
And I had no time to be on the block. I got to go to Brooklyn tomorrow.
So it saved your life.
Right. My game is in East New York tomorrow in Canarsie. Like, I'm taking the train to the last stop, the L train to the last stop. I know the 14th Street, L to the last stop, then a bus.
Right.
And it's spooky out there, too. So
Super spooky.
I got to be on point when I get off that bus. 'Cause I still got 3 blocks to walk.
Especially this time of the year where it gets dark mad early.
Come on. So I had bigger fish to fry. In
Right.
baseball was such a beautiful sport. It still is to this day. Still, you know, I get paid.
Which also shows you the structure and stuff like that that you probably utilize in your day-to-day, like the podcast, you know, being on time, you know what I mean?
Right.
And being prepared for certain things.
Right. All of
Baseball.
that plays into that. You
Yeah.
know, it's just I'm wired a different. I'm certain way. I'm all about getting it done. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Let's get it done. Let's make it happen. Let's find a way. So that's why when I asked you that question, it was just like, yo. what
Yeah,
you
but I
gonna-
didn't play
what you-
baseball,
you know
so
what I mean?
I didn't have
For
that
me,
structure. I didn't have that
yeah,
structure.
for me, it was just like, yo.
I don't even watch baseball.
But you didn't have a game plan. Is
Yeah.
I did.
like-
I didn't play. I didn't play.
Pun
I didn't
intended, no
play.
game plan.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy a baseball club this week.
Yeah, let's
You know what
make
I
it
mean?
happen. Like, tell me what we doing. I show up. We make it happen. We get it done.
So I should apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
All right, no problem, bro.
My bad, bro.
Everything
table- how
healthy
the
on my
tables
side.
turn?
Yeah. Everything healthy, bro.
He's a
but-
pimp. I told you this guy's a pimp.
And he took your pound in. Yeah, you apologize.
Yeah. He took my pot every day. Man.
That's
fucked
terrible,
up.
Zo.
That's
That's
fucked
terrible.
up, Zo.
No, but I mean, I could feel the story, man, because sports do save kids, especially inner city kids.
Right.
It saves us, man. Like, I don't know where I would be without basketball. You know, my story's kind of similar. Went to a D2 on a scholarship. You know what I mean?
What's
And
cool? What's cool?
I went to Southern Illinois State.
Why?
So on a D2 scholarship, I mean, I got kicked out selling bud.
I'm sure you had to sell bud, though.
Yeah, because I had nothing. I was in the middle of Chicago with nothing, with no income. So I had to do what it is that I know what to do. Only thing the block taught me to do. And that's sad.
I respect that. I sold Nutcrackers.
Right.
So I didn't have the hardest. You see, I always kept it real with myself. I sold weed for one day, and that was 420. Plug gave me a pound. Plug gave me a little O.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's 420 a flute. It was,
Right.
But the paranoia of being in class and what if it smells in there? You know what I mean? What if, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stay in my lane. Once
Right.
again, being honest with myself.
Right.
I'm gonna sell Nutcrackers. Nutcrackers was jumping
Right.
in 2011, 2012. Come on, what you telling me, bro? I had a 3 for 15 deal, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like 12 ounces too.
Yeah.
Recipe crazy. I was shipping to my bros up north. Literally.
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, I had my bros up there in, on the Dogger and Syracuse, all that, and I would wholesale it to them. I'll be like, yo, bro, all right, listen, give me, how much money you got? $80? I bet. I'm going to send you 20 of them at $3, and then you pay for shipping. So it's really like $70, right? And they would go to the parties and sell them for $7. You make $140, bro. You make your
Wow.
bread back and flip. Feel
Right.
me? Like,
Yeah.
and just like that, bro. So I started to really be the plug, like, on this Nutcracker shit. But that was my lane, though, because I'm a drinker. And, you know, the parties, college, you know, and everybody got a few dollars. And the Nutcracker going to smack, too. Like,
Yeah,
you know
oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
So when I found the bottles with the twist and you locked,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
over, bro.
Yeah.
And shout out to my man Omar. He got a bacalao. Yeah, he got a bacalao company. And one of his distributors had a wholesale market.
Oh,
This
so you
before
get,
Amazon
you get the
and all
dudes
that
that are
shit.
thirsty.
Yeah, so now you got the 12-ounce bottle, and you got the twist cap where it locked.
Right.
So you could trust it. It's sealed. You're not open,
Yeah.
nothing like that. So, bro, we had shit moving up there. And when I got caught, it's because I had one roommate that wasn't 21. So it was paraphernalia and all this shit. Slap on the wrist, though. 1 week community service, walk away. That's it.
That's
I
funny.
get up again.
I
I'll
got
be back
caught off
tomorrow.
the RA, the college, you know,
Yeah.
the dorm RA. That's how I got caught. I ain't hit him off. Oh, you ain't hit me off? I'm ratting. I'm like, I would have did it. I would have, come on. All you got to do is tell me. But he
Right.
felt like you should have just came to me and did the right thing.
Somebody didn't tell you.
Yeah.
What you was
Yeah, so that's
Sucker shit.
Yeah, sucker shit. He got me
Sucker
on some
shit.
sucker shit. I didn't look out for him, and he ratted, and that's how I got kicked out. Pulled me off the practice court. You talk to me 1 second? You did this? Okay, pack up and get out.
How'd you pivot from that moment, though? Like,
It was just it was devastating because now life changed because now I gotta go back home. I was the hero. They was throwing me going away parties. Oh, did they go make the league? I know I wasn't gonna make the league, but I was just happy to be in school for free, which is that was the goal. You know, that's what like he said, that's what mom and dad tells you. Just go to school, and that's all I did for them. And now I'm the hero going away. Here I am, the hero coming home. 6 months later,
Yeah.
Jack done.
But I think your story also is like while you was out there, that's how he got into comedy while he was out there. And I think
Oh yeah, that's a whole
that's
nother angle. What I did is I took theater. So I was like, I ain't messing with no books. I just want to play ball. You know what I'm saying? So I wound up taking theater classes, and I didn't like theater because all that Shakespeare stuff, and I wasn't on it. So I was like, all right, so let's do something else. So the teacher was like, yo, you charismatic. Do 7 minutes in Zany's Comedy Club, and I'll pass you for theater class. Because I see you trying, but it's just not your thing. So I did it 7 minutes, and then after that 7 minutes, I just continued to do comedy, and that was the rest was history. I did Def Jam. I did stuff like that. I did Def Jam coming home because now I built up my coverage in Chicago.
right.
So I came home, started doing the circuit, and I was killing in the early '90s. I was one of the only Latins doing Def Jam, and stuff like that
Right.
coming up.
going back to what you said, how God works sometimes. It's
Yeah,
like,
mysterious ways. But that Nutcracker business is something else, though.
Yeah, that Nutcracker business was booming, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And it was good because I could get my haircuts. I could buy sneakers. I had to call my pops. I had to call my mother. And it was me just holding it down on my own.
Right.
I could get people gas money to take me home, you know, because the bros live in the town too. So it's like we all going the same way. But I was telling I was able to flip my bro money. Like, yo, give me 40. Because now it's like, all right, cool. I just gotta buy liquor because once I got the bottles, you get your first re-up, you get your first pack. Like, you know what I mean? Get your first pack, right? And then you gotta buy liquor, right? So now you 200 in the hole. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you gotta make your profit back, invest back in the business. You know what I mean? And boom, now you just going. I got 500 bottles. You know what I mean? To just go, bro. And
at no
these
point
shits-
did you be like, damn, this is getting out of hand.
Nah, hell no. It wasn't because it was flying, bro. Like, it was
Oh, okay.
easy. I was telling my roomie, yo, give me 40. Yo, pay for the liquor. I'll give you double your bread back. He give me $60, give him $120 back. Like, just because that's the bro. You feel me?
Right,
Like,
right.
and he
Looking
drove me
out.
to the liquor store. You know what I mean? So it was just a cool experience, and it really started to help me focus and really like, all right, cool. Get your own money. Do good in school. Baseball's not going your way. Find another angle.
Right.
And then I went to the job fair. So once that ended, I went to the job fair in school. And I didn't qualify for work study. But I got a non-work study job at the computer center. Shout out to Miss Stephanie. I owe her, yo, I got to go see her someday and drop her off some bread, whatever. But that lady was so, like, so once again, right? College athlete. Where the fuck you going to work?
Right.
Shout out to the NIL, bro. Fuck the NCAA. Fuck all that bullshit, bro. Because where the fuck we supposed to work?
Right. You'd have
We got,
no money.
yo, bro. Yo, son, this was my day. I had 5 a.m. lift.
Yeah.
Right? Or 5:30 conditioning, depending on how this white devil felt that day. Boom, I got class at 8 o'clock. I'm going from class from 8 to 12, right? Boom, probably go take a nap. I got practice from 3 to 6 o'clock. Boom, go eat. Boom. We got meetings at 7. We got study hall at 8.
Right.
When I'm at work, bro?
Yeah, that's
In
it.
the middle of the night?
And that's all year round.
And that's, yo, bro, that's the whole, like, in season, the fall season, that's my whole schedule right there. Like,
That's
I'm going
crazy.
to school 3 hours, I'm doing baseball 8 hours. So that's 11 hours of my day right there. It's 24. Feel me? So I still got to do other things.
Right.
In the midst of all of that, now, pockets is running slim. Like, So now you need an opportunity. And now I'm work study, Miss Stephanie was an angel because she let me reach out to her every day and let her know if I was available, bro. And she didn't have to do that for me, bro. There was days that I knew I was 100% available, like Sunday night, you know, whatever. But she literally let me work 4 or 5 days in there. But that's an accommodation. Feel me? There's 39 other guys on the team. Feel me? Are 39 guys gonna get an accommodation on campus to make some bread? No. I feel, and this is in my world, college coaches need to be honest that we all not in the same situation. There's this, I'm gonna say his nickname, right? Shout out to my guy Cheeks, pause. Cheeks threw 78 miles per hour. Not going to no fucking league. Right? But he threw submarines, so he threw from under here. Right? He got a internship at ESPN.
Wow.
His senior year of college. So you would think no bitch ass coach would stand in the way of that. How the fuck you gonna challenge a child, a young man's commitment to your team when this is not gonna feed his family someday?
Right.
You know damn well he not going nowhere,
Right.
and you want to make him pick between the two. That's some real whole shit, bro.
Yeah.
This man has an opportunity for his tomorrow, and you listen. He was only gonna miss like a practice or two a week. You feel me?
Right.
It's fall season, not a big deal. You got to be realistic that everybody don't got a silver spoon in their mouth, don't got a parents with a 401k. Most of our parents don't got no fucking life insurance. So what are we supposed to be doing? So how could I hold you against that when that's a good fucking opportunity?
Yeah.
Right.
You
Knowing
should be
that,
encouraging that. Yeah.
Right? You should encourage that,
Yeah,
bro.
knowing.
And honestly, if you encourage him, he'll go harder for you.
exactly.
10 times harder for you. Non-negotiable. He's going to run through a wall because you held him down when in a moment where he needed you to hold him down. So a lot of college coaches in general, they really be on some whole shit. And the shit don't be right, bro, because these people you got to see the bigger picture, bro. Baseball, so not all of us can coach baseball. So we not, like, this is going to be our last experience, and that's it. This is our last hoorah, and then we got to go into the workforce. You know what I mean? So if that's what happened to him, you shouldn't do that to him. That's wrong. But there's no rules and there's no protection against players trying to better themselves. You know what I mean? They got to change the rules. If you got an internship, you can't be kicked off the team. That should be a rule because this is for your tomorrow.
And that's what happened to me. I was crying in the office to them saying, "You guys gave me a scholarship, but didn't give me a meal plan." A meal plan.
We talking now.
Yeah.
We talking
You
now.
understand what I'm saying? Like, you guys gave me a scholarship to come play ball with y'all, but you guys didn't give me a meal plan? Like, what am I supposed to do in the middle of the Midwest when I'm from the East Coast with no meal plan? I couldn't eat. You got me practicing 3-5 hours a day with no meal plan. I wasn't eating. I was going to school, classes, malnutrition, falling asleep in class because I didn't eat. Of course, you set me up to fail. You know what I mean? And now you're going to kick me out because I'm doing something that you guys don't approve of? That shit was heartbreaking. Like, it was like...
Has this been talked about on this podcast yet?
Nah, it hasn't.
You see,
I'm not a
conversation was
sports-
over, baby. Like, we bring them. Yo, bro, that's real as fucking
Yeah.
shit. And there's kids going through that shit right
Yeah, there's
now,
kids
bro.
going through that
Yo, bro,
shit.
niggas that ain't come home for Christmas because they have bread.
Right,
You telling me your coach couldn't fly you out?
right.
You feel me? Like, niggas really stood on campus. No Christmas, no New Year's, no nothing, bro.
'Cause they got no money to come
with
home.
the Asians, because they live mad far away. And they can't go nowhere. You know what I mean? You go
Yeah.
to the fucking mall instead of bum-ass movies and Buffalo Wild Wings and shit. I love Buffalo Wild Wings, by the way. But it's like, bro, like, you telling me the school couldn't help me go home?
Right. I couldn't get
No
home.
lie. Dude, that's the fire shit about Slice of Excellence. Shout out to Coach Brown. Shout out to the people at Spelman. He hit me up. His player was going through some hard times. Shout out to 7th Street Burgers, my partners. They just gave me some bread to buy kids some sneakers. So what are the odds? I just got some bread to buy kids sneakers. I got 18 pair of sneakers in my trunk right now to give away this week. And I got some leftover bread. So my man's hit me. I'm like, bro, meet up at 4 o'clock today. I got her. What's your school colors? White and red? Got you. I got her those red Giannis's.
Nice.
I got some Prestos to wear off the court. Lit. Done.
Dope.
I mean, I hear some situation like that. Oh, yeah. We got to fly homie home for the break.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's such a inhumane kind of thing.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. Like the experience of a college athlete, bro. Like you really be stuck between a rock and a hard place, not knowing where to turn, where to go, what to do. And it's like, yo, like I'm trying to go see my mom's for the break. You feel me? I'm trying to go get a cut. I'm trying to get some home cooked meal, and it's like, yo, bro, we play on the 29th, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
gotta stay.
Wow.
That's crazy. You couldn't go home.
Real, bro.
So it's the team before anything.
It's the team before anything, bro. Just something that you there's not gonna.
No
You the
guarantees.
8th man off the bench at D2 College in Southern Illinois. Like, you go into the league unless you do some spectacular shit,
Right.
in a pro-am over the summer or something like that. But
It's unlikely.
he gets an internship, or he's feeding himself, and it's not the best option, but that should have been a strike, bro. He shouldn't have been kicked off campus.
It should have been something real.
It should have been a
so
strike.
You got caught. We're
Slap
gonna
in the
suspend you 5 games or something like that,
Right.
but you gotta learn from it. No, they immediately kicked me out. Then I'm crying in the office. You guys didn't even give me a meal plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm struggling going door to door because I was handy, fixing things just to get meals, like a homeless dude in college,
Right.
fixing things in girls' dorm rooms just so they could cook for me.
Man, shout out to the staff.
Yo, you got 3 shout outs left, right?
Right.
You got, so
Nah,
use
for
them
real.
wisely, all right?
You know why?
You got 3 left,
Listen,
bro.
no, I don't. It's unlimited shout outs.
Unlimited?
Because I'm giving it back. Because people were good to me, I'm so good to people. And that's why the staff, they would look the other way. Like, there was people that wasn't supposed to be in the cab, and they never gave them a hard time. Feel me? They never gave them a
Right.
hard time. They let them hold it down. Feel me? Dudes walking in with other people IDs and all that. And they knew, because they real people. They know, like, bro, like, you play football here, bro, and you don't got a meal plan, bro. You getting tackled in Oklahoma drills and shit like that, bro. You going through it, bro. Like, that's not right, bro. So there's that whole NCAA situation. You see the Johnny football?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know. I don't follow any.
Yo, Johnny football, Johnny Manziel, he went to Texas A&M. Just put it this way, right? He was a freshman phenom, won the Heisman, or maybe his sophomore year, whatever. I think he won the Heisman at some point. But whatever, after his freshman year, they had a little Fire Stadium, little rinky thing. But because he was a phenom, they didn't have enough space to fit 100,000 people. So they made enough money in the university in 1 year to build a whole new stadium over this kid that's a sophomore
Right.
in college. He was doing his things on the low, finagling the bagel. Shout out to him, because everybody getting money off the strength of you. Feel me?
Right.
So who's the bigger pimp? You know what I mean? So they think, all right, let's put out the video game. Let's take off the last names. But you still got the number. Like, you know who you playing with. Pause. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
come on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
name, image, and likeness is because social media, the power of Instagram. You can't hide that niggas is getting money, man. Feel me?
Yeah.
Like there's no way that I play at Alabama and I live in the projects.
Right.
I'm still my mother in the trenches, bro. Like, but y'all selling jerseys. Y'all, you know what I mean? They make Jason Tatum's mother buy a jersey at Duke. That's crazy. How do you make his mother
bananas.
buy a jersey?
His mother. That's his jersey.
Nasty, bro. That's really nasty work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So name, image, and likeness NIL deals are possible because y'all can't hide that y'all signed a $900 million deal. Feel me? Y'all got games on Apple Plus, Apple TV. You got games on Prime, and all of these colleges
Right.
are breaking bread, bro.
Right.
So hey, they like, yo, you gotta let them make money now, and the government overruled it, and now you can get paid in college.
It's about
You
time.
can't hide $900 million, bro. You can't.
We got to get Will back in college. So
And
Get
you
my
gotta-
money back.
And you gotta break it down this way. They got TV stations, TV networks by conference. So now it's ACC network, SEC network, Big 12 network.
Right.
Those is all separate contracts. Minus you could catch the same game on Channel 5. So that's another contract.
Right. That's another
Feel
Fox
me?
5
So
contract.
that's another contract that you telling me I'm the running back, Heisman winner, my mother's poor, and I live like a big man on campus here because I wear, football gear, but I don't really have no clothes. I've met dudes like that. You remember, bro? Dudes that they drip was really the free clothes they got for being on the team.
Right.
Like, that's real shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that was their whole fit, the whole drip. Like, free clothes from the team.
That was their whole thing.
And
they
meanwhile,
were
you on,
superstars.
you on ESPN dunking on people. But that was before social media. Social media bless these athletes because you can't hide the money from me no more. I mean, I'm everywhere. I'm being reposted. I'm being shared. I'm on TikTok. I'm here. I'm there. YouTube Shorts. Come on, bro. You're going to have to pay me.
The Conversations with Zoe podcast, what's your plan as a podcaster and social media stuff?
got some things in the work that I can't speak on yet. But right now, we just gonna really monetize the platform. It's not about charging guests to come on, but it's just about creating partnerships and relationships.
Right.
Or more on the business end. You know what I mean? So I'm bringing back the ads and the commercials and all of that. Like you're gonna see natural ads and commercials with me in them on the show. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be promoting brands, and my partner's gonna be cutting the deals, and you know we gonna run it up like that. You know, I got a bucket list of people that you're gonna see me interview. So the guests is just gonna get bigger and bigger. Right now, the numbers don't mean nothing because you've already seen who's been on the couch.
Yep.
Like you've already seen who's been there. So now it's just a matter of timing, spacing, and just making it all happen. We just dropped the interview this morning, 12 a.m. with Pastor Mike, the pastor at my church. Fire interview, bringing that healing.
Don't
that
say
love.
shout out to the pastor right
You know
now.
what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Shout the pastor. Why not?
Then you got two left.
If it wasn't for the pastor,
shout out to the pastor.
I wouldn't have made the moves to go overseas and all that. Like, remember,
Nice.
I lost my pop, so I wasn't getting
Right.
that confirmation from nowhere. But from going to church and being around him, I would run game by him. And I'm like, yo, bro, like, this was going on. He's like, yo, bro, like, I had a job for $45,000 and I could have went overseas. And he's like, bro, like, $45,000 not going to change your life.
Right.
So go overseas. Went overseas, won a trip, had a great time. Living in Europe, in Austria, amazing time. And, you know, I'm just forever thankful.
I know Zoe's got to get back soon.
Good, man. Everything healthy, man. I had a great time, bro.
Thank
I'm
you for
so
stopping
thankful
through,
for
Zoe,
the
man. We
Brooklyn
appreciate that.
Basement Podcast.
You have fun?
I had a great time, bro, because we kept it real. Like, there's
No, for
kids
sure.
really going through it, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
nobody telling them the truth. Like,
Right.
people telling them bullshit, bro. You really be out there in the middle of nowhere, starving, bro. Like, you don't even, bro. You only got $5 in your pocket, bro, and you PB&J, you take a sandwich out the cafeteria to eat later on. Like, come on, I done seen it, bro. One of my teammates just came from DR when we was in college, bro, and he used to bring Tupperware to the cab. Everybody look at him as crazy, but he doing what he gotta do.
Yeah,
like,
that's
ain't no
true story.
bread. I gotta eat after this practice, and we getting out of practice damn near 9, 10 o'clock. Cafe's closed. Coach not giving no bread, so what are we gonna do?
Right.
You know what I mean? If it wasn't for my girl buying me dinner or me making sandwiches earlier, you know what I mean, to have later on, then what are we doing?
What about the steroid thing? Keep
Yeah,
it
I
real.
had mad, yo, shout out
was-
to my
is it
bitch-ass
real? Is it
teammates
true?
taking
Is it true?
steroids. That shit's a fact, bro.
It's a
And
fact,
dudes
right?
took steroids and hit 200, bro.
Yeah.
Hoe ass niggas, bro. Like, and then when the coach kids and talk about integrity, bro.
Yeah.
Come
Right.
on, bro. Come on. Like,
He said
I ain't even
take
gonna
to-
say his name, but you a whole ass nigga for doing that, bro. Because you took steroids, you hit 200, and you're a bum. You know what I mean? And this is what happened when you burn bridges, because you could have been overseas with me.
Right.
You burn bridges, and I'm not plugging you in nowhere I'm at. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So now your career's over, and you're married to an ugly white girl.
Steroid use is
I mean, that's what happened,
confirmed.
bro. I had like 8, 9.
No,
teammates
because I
on
know
road,
someone
bro.
else who played. They were like, listen, it's
It's real.
no, it's real.
The steroid shit is real.
NCAA drug tests are rigged because I redshirted my freshman year. I got tested. How? I'm not even on a physical playing roster. Right?
Wow.
Sophomore year, I had knee surgery. Didn't play. Got tested again. How? I'm not even playing. No stats. Remember, no stats. Junior year, I made it back at some point in the year. I hurt myself over the summer again. Got tested again. I mean, and I'm getting tested with dudes that quit playing baseball but still go to the school. So y'all just picking any person
Right.
off the roster. For me, and may he rest in peace too, bro. One of my teammates was doing heroin, bro. They found heroin in, bro, he was there. The test was at 5:30 in the morning. Bro, it took him till 8 p.m. to piss, bro. If you don't piss, you fail.
Right.
And he pissed at 8 p.m., bro. He played that year. Feel me?
That's crazy.
So the black kid from the Bronx, who y'all call Carlton, you know what I mean? What you wanted me to be? You want me to talk like Suge Knight? I don't know. I
Right.
mean,
Right.
like, what y'all wanted from me?
Right.
Feel me? Like, y'all wanted me to be the desperate, begging kid from the Bronx.
Right.
I need you. I don't need you, motherfucker. Feel me? I'm just here to play baseball, get education like everybody else. But you want me to be a charity case. And when some people from certain races don't see you as a charity case, they see you as you can't be fixed. I can't indoctrinate myself in you. I
And they
can't.
also want you to feel like you owe them something now.
Right?
Right.
It's kind of
And
like
I
that.
didn't, bro. I was coming from a place that was better than the college I went to. My college coach told me not to go to that school. He told me the school was beneath me. But
Why
I
did
went
you go there then?
because they told me I was going to play by the way. As an arrogant, 18-year-old kid, top player in Connecticut, tell me I'm going to play. And I had D1s that told me I was going to sit out. I'm like, sitting out? Like, top playing in Connecticut. Like, what are we sitting out for? But that was development-wise, you know what I mean? But I didn't see the bigger picture. But, I had to go meet the devil to meet God.
Subscribe to Brooklyn Basement. Spider Cuz said it, and if you don't, you're going to be in the basement.
Not
Bow.
this basement, though.
Not this basement.
Not this basement. Not this one.
I think we go wrap now. What we always do is ask our guests to look into the camera and tell them how this is the best podcast, how much fun you had, how much you respect us, and how, you...
Zoe think about
just, how, you know what I mean?
Constantly.
Just like how much, like, all those good things.
Yeah,
you know what I
listen,
mean?
the Brooklyn Basement Podcast.
Yeah.
Man.
Dope.
And how you apologize for hurting my
where they
feelings.
take accountability.
Yeah.
And they apologize to you for what they could have did better. So I'm super grateful to be here, man. They keep it real. They keep it transparent.
Yeah.
They allow you to tell your story. They also add to your story and keep it real with their stories. You know what I mean? So we just here to always keep it real with the people and tell the youth the truth. Feel me? And bring the good OGs and keep morals and principles alive. Feel me? There's a lot of sucker shit. Listen, if you support sucker shit, that make you a sucker too. And, OG told me that a long time ago, and I still live by that to this day.
And
So,
you can shout them out because you have
Yeah.
2 shout-outs left.
yeah,
So you
nah,
can-
we good. I got a lot. Shout out to my listen. Hold on, let me look him up real fast. Let me look him up real fast because I gotta shout out his book, man. He got a financial literacy
Oh, yeah.
book.
If it's a book, yeah, we got to do that.
Yeah, financial
Is the
literacy
OG?
book.
Is the OG?
It's the OG,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, we got to
Listen,
shout out the book.
Shout out to Rich Money 980, my
Nice.
brother, man. He got his financial literacy book. You could cop it on Amazon. It's called the Money Tree Chronicles. You know what I mean? Where he's teaching us financial literacy. He's teaching us the game.
Is this the guy you was in the Barnes and Noble with?
Nah, he wasn't in Barnes and Noble with me, man. That was Omar and my guy Pierre.
You already shouted them out before.
Yeah, so they don't count. I still got 2 left, you heard? But shout out to Rich Money 980. You know what I mean? The Money Chronicles. You could catch it on Amazon. Buy the book. I should bring him up here one day. He's a real
Let's
dude.
do it. Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? He was outside.
Because obviously we need some financial advice over
he
here.
was outside. And, he was a firefighter for over 20 years. He's retired now. And you don't really see a lot of black firefighters in New York City. Feel me? So that was one of the bros, man. He really always stopped. I mean, look what he did for a living. He always stopped and gave me a second of his time. And when I noticed we really had a bond is when we started trading books. Like, I would say, read this, and he would say, yo, read this. And we trading books, and we talking about the books. And he
Keeping
really
each other
fed a lot of
sharp.
information into me. So
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
that why, to me, an OG is a person that's going to uplift you and feed you knowledge. You know what I mean? Give you good game. You know what I mean? A good man. Shout out to his kids. Beautiful kids, amazing kids doing well for themselves. So shout out to the whole Courtyard. Shout out to the whole Brook Ave, man. And Brooklyn Basement Podcast is the place to be.
And check out Conversations with Zoe podcast.
177. 177.
177.
That's
We
crazy.
just trying to hit 50. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's
We're
gonna
trying to
happen
get to
before
50.
you know it.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen before you know it. Y'all keep going, man.
Well, Zoe come back, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he'll send his goons over here again. The Who Hurt You Bro guys.
Right.
Yeah. Mel and Jay over here.
That's what's up.
They moonlight as, remember the Israelites on,
Oh, yeah,
on the
yeah,
weekends. Yo, Brooklyn Basement Podcast. Will Sweets, my man Chino's here from Florida hanging around. You know what I
That's
mean?
what's up. Big shout out to
Yeah,
Florida. Where you
yeah.
at, Chino, in Florida? Where you at?
He's on the run, so he don't want to say.
Okay.
No,
He ain't on the run.
Yo, so appreciate you, man.